Hey everybody, welcome back to EVE Online. So, today we're going to be building our new ship. I think it was just called a destroyer or something like that. We actually got one with one of our missions, but it's kind of like 20 jumps away or something. So, I've decided we're going to make a new one. I've earned a little profit doing, the level 1 and level 2 missions. We did level 1 combat missions, we did level 2 combat missions. I did fix up my ship though for the one. I should show you that because I do enjoy it and I did a pretty good job of fixing it up. And I never did show you it. I think this is, where was it? Was it this one here? I think so, yeah. So I put a small capacitor on this one. So we did this for our level 1 mission. So I ended up putting a capacitor on here, and I'm not using the caps. I don't have anything in here right now, but we were at like 99.10% power grid. So I basically squeezed every little bit I could out of this. This was great and fun to run level 1, and it depletes, actually, it's 100%, runs all the time. That's just without this basically running, I believe. Oh, it's 8.33. I'm not actually sure why. Oh, and then this. There you go. Stable. So I don't really use the afterburner. Usually that's just to get to wherever I'm getting. And of course, you're not going to run salvage all the time. And these aren't actually running 100% of the time, too. You're turning them on and off and whatever. And then, of course, depending on your situation, this doesn't have to run all the time. But it was a nice ship. I had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, it was a little hardy one. And it was great for the level 1s after I tweaked it up from our episode on that. And then, of course, we were using the Venture. This was my MK1. This is what we were using for mining. So this one was obviously probably more OP than anything. Because, well, you never got attacked. If you never get attacked, there's nothing to worry about, obviously, and that was the thing, right? I never did get attacked, so it was like, okay, I have this OP ship, and even if I was attacked, I wouldn't even need to deploy the drones, because it was pretty badass, honestly. Now, it didn't have any kind of regenerative shields, like there was no actual active shield or armor repairs or anything like that, but it was very, as you can see with the resistances and the amount of shielding I have on it, it was more than enough to take pretty much anything level 2 mining missions would throw at me, from my experience anyways. And I did a dozen or so of those and never had any issues. In fact, usually I had my drones out, but honestly, maybe the 2 times I was attacked ever doing those ones, it was like pathetic. Like, I didn't even see a notch go down on my shielding. So, and then today we're going into the Catalyst. Now, I call this the MK1, and I had fun designing this. I did this actually. I designed it through my live stream, the one we did, the one and only live stream. I'll probably do 1 or 2 here in the future, but basically this thing is godlike firepower. I decided not to go with a salvager. Doesn't mean I can't take some of these off and put a salvager on them. Keep in mind that the salvagers running actually will use more energy than the guns themselves. Now, these are the upgraded ones, so these are the compressed coil guns. And yeah, so that's 8 of them. This is the higher range too, which they're going to be using the antimatter charges, the same ones we're using. They're just like the hybrid ones that we've been using. This is just like the long range version, where the other ones were the short range. That's pretty much the difference. Now, to keep my capacitor running, because I prefer having my armor repair running all the time and being able to use afterburner all the time. And the reason I want the afterburner on all the time is because obviously this is going to be a slower ship. So if you look at here, actually it doesn't show in the simulation. It says here, I don't know if that's with the afterburner or not. Actually it is. Okay, so it's 304 meters, and with the afterburner, it's 583.5 meters. So it's a little faster than most of my frigates are base-wise, right? So that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure it was super solid, aka stable, when it came to running this, because the last thing I think we'll want is not having my afterburner, obviously, because not having afterburner could be pretty damn messy. The other thing is, because it's long range, I'm a little extra protected when it comes to, further targets, kind of being jerks further away. I'll be able to hit them a bit better because of the ability to shoot them pretty far away. So if there's somebody who's, forcing me to not be able to get to them because they're long range. I shouldn't have that much of an issue. The only downside is there is no drone bay on this. I wish there was one or two, just some, like, just little ones, because then I can launch them and fight any drones or something small that might be, flying around me. That could get messy a bit with this kind of setup, but we'll find out, obviously. And yeah, these are capacitors. These are just tons of rigs of these capacitors to keep stable. It was like the only way I could figure it out to do it. And some dude who's a lot better at me in this game who suggested that as well. So yeah, it's not the perfect setup, obviously, but I like it, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So I haven't really done this multi-buy before. Here we go. So I think we just let it do its thing. And basically, the suggested multi-buy was 2.5. Obviously, it's at 3.2 mil right now. So this is because certain things might be a little more expensive, blah, blah, blah. So you have to see why that is. So damage control is a bit high, but that's only 17K. That's not an issue. Okay, so the batteries are almost 100% double, but that's not a huge issue at that low amount. Yeah, so things have gone up quite a bit here. So, okay, so these guns here, total prices, these are actually higher than they normally are. So these are at 39, was a 713% increase. Average is usually 4.9, and instead I'm paying 40K for each one. I'm going to go for it. Obviously, that's going to hurt me a lot more for what the predicted price was, but at that amount and convenience, I don't think that's a big deal, and I'm going to go for it personally. But obviously, you might not want that, right? Because that might not be as good for, certain people. But there you go. So 3.2K, and there's our new ship. So as far as I know, if we exit out of the simulation, it's not actually there yet. I think you actually have to activate it and put it all on there. I could be wrong. Obviously, I am the newbie here, but as far as I know, yeah, it's not even assembled. So we got to go ahead and equip this puppy. And then what we can do is, I think you could just right-click it and fit to active ship. Your fitting you're trying to apply is not compatible with the ship you're currently... Oh, I clicked Venture. Well, of course the Venture is not compatible. So you're going to fit, I think, to active ship. Might be actually multi-fit. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. I think we're good. So if we get out of here and we go to fit without simulations or anything... Okay, we're good. Yes, there you go. So our ship is now fitted like the way we wanted. Okay, and then obviously we're going to want to put our ammo on here. Now, can I reload all? There must be a way to reload it all through this method. I just don't know how it's done, to be fair. Plus, I don't know. I wonder if I drop it like that, if it does it. I've seen people drop stuff in the middle here, and it just works, but it probably takes the right slots, but for ammo, maybe not. And it might be something else. If you do know something on that, let me know. It's just interesting. I mean, hand loading 50 million guns could take a little time, obviously. Let's go ahead and grab my antimatter from this one and put it into our ship. So this is the same antimatter, just, antimatter, charge S, antimatter, charge S. So there you go. We have that. And look at the space we have on this thing. It has 450 cubic meters, which is awesome because it just means that we're holding a bit more on there. And there we go. So that is our brand new little sexy ship. Like I said, it's stable, so that's the best part of it. And this will let us hopefully enjoy doing level 2 agent missions. Maybe level 3? I wouldn't guess so, because the ship is still weaker. The thing about this ship is, yes, it's kick-ass ship firepower. But when it comes to defenses, the defenses aren't that actually good. I mean, yes, you have 920 HP armor, you have pretty good resistances, but you're still using just a simple 79 HP repaired every 5.4 seconds for this. And we have almost the same repair setup with that tiny-ass frigate of ours. So when you do think of it that way, this thing is about kill before being killed, you know what I mean? So that's where things change. Now, I'm not going to link all the guns and turrets and stuff like that. I'm literally going to go F1 to F8. Obviously, though, you might want to link them. I don't know if you can link some of them. I'm just going to do that because I think it's fun that way. kind of like boom, 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 boom. But for convenience, if you want to do it that way, you might. And I think it's always better to have individual control, because if you're fighting a lot of little targets, it might just be better that way. Okay, so we're going to do Agent Finder, obviously, again. So we're going to do level 2 agents. This time around, we're going to do security. And we're just going to jump basically to where we were before, pretty much. I just want to make sure, that's what we're doing. Now, actually, I was jumping like 2 or 3 systems, but I want to make sure it's this corporation, which it is, because we've been working on them for a bit. Now, I have learned that you get the loyalty points, right? And one thing I've actually learned about loyalty points is that you can earn more ISK from the loyalty points themselves than you actually do from the missions themselves. The loyalty points is used to buy items, and then you would resell them. So I thought that was really interesting in there. I don't even know where to find my stuff here. Was it interactions? No, it's like a currency, but a different currency. Oh, maybe it's just in your currency. Oh, loyalty points. Here you go. So I have 3,836 loyalty points. So from what I've learned, that could easily be worth 3+ million ISK in loyalty points. Could even be worth more. There's a calculator you can go, and I've bookmarked it here. I'll just let you know what it is, just so you can easily look it up. It's called fuzzwork.co. Oh, sorry, is this the right one? I've understand, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes, it is. So it's called fuzzwork.co.uk/LP store. So you could just probably Google Eve LP store, but it's fuzzwork.co.uk/LP store. So that was /LP store. And you can actually pick the faction and look at what their, corporation buy or sell prices, and you can actually sort them and get an idea of what you might get. So maybe I'll just show you this, because screw it. Why not? Display capture on. Okay, so we're here now. And so we're doing the whatever guys. What are our guys called again? The I lost it because of course we switched. We're doing the Heiza something corporation. Okay, so we'll go back here, and we'll do the A B C D E F G H something corporation. There you go, and select buy prices. And so if you sort it by ISK here, you can see that if you were to buy the Caldari Navy Light Missile Launcher, that it will cost you 7,000 ISK. Other costs, though, would be 23,000 ISK, I guess, here. And potentially you could make I think this is counting with other costs, you can possibly make 1,881 ISK per basically thing you sell here. So let's go ahead and I'll remove the display capture here, and I'm just going to look on the market quickly and see is that something that even sells, right? So apparently I did not do a good job of copying that, or you know what, it might be because it's like all messed up in HTML and all that kind of crap. Let me go ahead and paste it in the browser and copy it again. Sometimes you have to do that. So let's redo that pasting. There you go. So the Navy Light Missile Launcher. So here you go. So people are selling it for actually more than it suggested. So it says buy price is 65. Now that's somebody who's probably have an actual buy price out there. So there you go. They're going to pay 65 for it. But for us, we're willing to sell it. We can sell it for more. And so the ISK for it costs 7,000 or 7,200,000. Other costs will be 23 million, which means you need 89 Federal Navy Sergeant insignias, 135 Federal Navy insignias, so a bunch of insignias, Light Missile Launcher 1, and insignias, and those can cost up to 24 million. So you have to keep that in mind, obviously, right? And yeah, so it's a way to kind of, see how something's worth, and is it worth it? Are people buying it? In fact, if you look over here, it looks like the prices have actually been going up. So let's do 90 days, so 3 months. You can see the prices have actually going slowly up. Now they tanked. This tanking might only be related to inaccuracy near the end of, the current term. I don't know exactly how that works. It could also be because a lot of people have a lot of money. People are coming back. It's Christmas, holidays, whatever. People are being lazy. They're just paying, or whatever. The point is that it's gone up a pretty good little stream here anyway. So that's the neat thing about it anyways. And I just wanted to show you about those stores, and we'll go into them a bit more as time goes on. The current corporation, which I'm doing the loyalty points and stores with, that's probably not even the best one. Honestly, I wouldn't want to sell those launchers, even though if they do sell, it looks like a lot of effort getting those insignias, getting all those different things. You'd probably want to pick one that offers something a little simple, a little cleaner, obviously, but it's just an example I want to show you of how that works, right? So let's go ahead and undock. Now remember, we're in Jeddah. We should be fine, but obviously if somebody just doesn't like us, they could pop us just being alive, right? So it is what it is. You don't fly a ship like this unless you're ready to lose it, honestly, and that's the #1 rule in this game.
Warp drive active.
But if I lost it now, I would be honestly ticked. But I would not be Alt F4ing. I wouldn't even quit this episode. I would just go back and make it again. Except the only problem is I haven't made that actually my home system, so I probably should do that next time I'm there. I should right click or whatever and do the thing where I set that my respawn station. I still would respawn back at where we started, which is not a bad thing because I got one of these ships sitting there. It's not fitted, obviously, but sitting there right now, so I could actually use that to come back in, and then there you go. We got a starting, Okay, so let's go ahead. And so I guess this is a UI somebody gave me, which I like a lot. So I guess the best way to do this is you look for, if you didn't know, basically when you're targeting a station, they're targeted like this. Now, I really wish the devs would add the station on here because our target is the station itself, and yet the station does not show up here, so there's no easy right-click and dock button here. That being said, if you go to your overview, it's usually the targeting item is like on the autopilot route. It says basically there, the yellow item is basically where you're going. So all I have to do is right click and hit dock. That being said, I would love it if it was in the overview. So that's one of those things I should probably actually mention sometime.
Docking permission
Setting
requested. Docking
autopilot locations. Show station as last destination for easy right click / docking. It wouldn't be bad to share these input. I mean, I'm not sure if anyone cares, but it might not be a bad idea, right? So start conversation. So this is our first guy here. So right away, the mission is a bit of a joke for a level 2, honestly, because it is level 2. Yes, it's level 2 because he's giving us like very little anything here, but that's fine. We'll go to that. Murderers brought to justice. Follow the rewards, blah, blah, blah. Find and destroy the murderers and his guards and report back to your agent. Okay. So we'll do that. Now, that's the thing, too. Keep in mind that, the ISK and everything else is going to be lower because guess what? We are doing a low-level mission. This is only level 2. You're not going to be getting, glorious amounts. I don't think that happens till level 3, and then things start to really pick up. Level 4, I think, is, from my understanding, the sweet spot. So when you do level 4 missions, those are, like, you finally got the good missions. That being said, honestly, I'm not sure how well that's going to work because I'm a noob, right? So, and I'm in alpha, and I don't think I even have access to level 4s. And even if I did, I don't have the right setup. I don't have the right ships. I don't have the right skills even. Even if I could use a ship, more than likely I don't have the right skills to correctly fit that ship. And I'm not saying, the ship needs to be fit with tier 2 items or anything like that. It's probably more like the fact that, it's just I don't have the right skills to correctly fit my ship with all the items without having maybe power issues and all this other stuff, obviously, right? So the 36K, so that's pretty cool. There we are. We're getting bombarded already. So might as well put this on just because then we don't have to worry about it. I don't think that's a thing. You're attempting... the passive module, yeah. Now, I think there's a script you can put in this. No, that was something different, I think. There was ones that I saw that you could put scripts in it. So what's the distance on these? 15 kilometers. Oh, wow, okay. So we're getting owned obviously here, so this is going to be the fun thing to see how well the armor works here. So yeah, this has a 15 kilometer, optimal range is 8k. Okay, that was the fall off. Okay. Oh wow. I am actually dying more than I expected. So we're not being paid well, and we're getting owned like candy right now. This might not be the best ship ever, but whatever, we'll try it. With us moving a little faster, it might help us be less of an easy target too, but obviously we got to be careful. So what's my structural? My structure is 1,000 plus. Okay, good. So if things do hit to the structure level, we can vacate the area, which is good news, obviously. Okay, so he is gone. There we go. Let's take out this guy here. Let's go ahead and open his cargo, because I definitely want my loot. So his loot kind of sucked, obviously, but that's alright. So I'm not saying they're all like this. These guys could be considered like the tougher of all of them. Maybe. They just are kicking my ass more than I ever expected, to be fair. Okay. And then let's go and approach this guy. Now I wonder if there's... Oh, you can do this. Group all weapons, I guess. Maybe not when it's active, though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these guys are actually really rough, aren't they? There you go. Let's get his loot here. Boom! I love that. Okay, and then, yeah, you can group all these. I did not realize you can do this whenever you want, so it groups it over there. I learned that you can drag these, so boom. There you go. For a case like this one, I definitely would go ahead and just group them all up right away. Okay, and then the loot. Loot, here you go. There's loot over here. Let's go actually grab that. So, wow, that was, that's one hell of a battle. I gotta admit, didn't expect myself to get that wrecked in here, but, well, we learned, so. There you go. Look at that, 26. So we're getting some okay loot, too, which is already impressive, because that means that we'll get a bit more ISK out of this, you know? If you end up getting, you know, 1 million ISK or even, you know, a couple hundred ISK out of this, then, you know, it's kind of worth it. I don't think we're making 1 million ISK. We got 164k worth. And that's, you can do right-click this and invert selection, so it's actually 97k. But boy, I did not expect my butt to be handed like that. I have to admit, that was interesting. That was not what I expected at all, so.
Warp drive active.
And that honestly is probably because it's a weak repair. We're too over hot in a sense, and our repair can only do so much. It can only do 79 every 5.4 seconds. I have lower skills as well. This is the whole point of the min max everything else. You know, lower skills. The skills make a massive difference. I mean, if you have baseline skills, from my understanding, to the most max skills ever, I'm not saying you can double your damage, your protection, everything else, but hell, it's huge up there. Like it's really up there. And obviously buying after that, then the module, finning your ship with the best of the best, it goes up quite a bit again. And then that's the whole point, right? Like obviously there's the really shitty setup, and then there's a really good setup, and that's why people sometimes say it's better to go, you know, with a really good smaller setup than the really big, you know, better setup, because you could fly one of the biggest ships and just die, can't even do anything, and then you could fly a smaller ship, and oddly enough, boom, you're like friggin' Superman, you know. So 123k, not bad, not obviously amazing or anything, but not bad. And then there you go. We're going to make 100k from this. So, yeah, obviously not amazing. So let's see what the next one is. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more ISK here. We need to get... Okay, so intercept the personal transport, destroy it, its guards, bring it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, So we're going to destroy this and grab some of these guys. And yeah, we'll do that. And obviously you can see that it's the pirate people. So that's good. And this is probably from before. Local chat or whatever. Yeah, this is from Jeddah. I like to just get the blinking reset or whatever, just so that way you can...
Warp drive
you're
active.
good. So, you know, it's a fun little ship, obviously. Little risky feeling, though. Didn't expect it to be that bad. But I did realize that my repairing wasn't going to be the best. I realized that, you know, we don't have the best repair setup here. And this is the other thing. Maybe I need, like, a medium repair setup. And maybe I need to find ways to power balance that. But with all the power rigs and everything else, I don't think I can do that. Like, I don't think I have that ability yet. So that's more going to be one of those things that, you know, maybe I just need more skills.
Drive active.
But yeah, I'm definitely happy I grouped these up. I think I need to... Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. These are slots smaller and tinier, so that's not a big deal, but still. Oh, wow. So our mission was to obviously follow... Okay, so we had to get a transport, I think it was. There it is. That was the mission. Grab the transport and do whatever you need to do. So remember, the optimal of these are 8K, 15 kilometer fall off. So if you get anything in that range or they start attacking you, it might be worth it. I'm thinking maybe for this one, it might be worth trying to not fight everyone, but rather just go for the target. Also, one thing I didn't realize and I didn't mention is, you know, you get some from your bounty too, right? So our bounties would have given us extra ISK. They didn't come through yet, I guess, but yeah. There you go. Maybe I should group these up for these ones. There you go. You gotta bring this back to the top here, huh? They have all these junctions and everything else. Oh, did I not activate it? Or I might have deactivated it or something accidentally. There you go. These guys are pretty meh anyway, so we should be fine, but... See, with 8 turrets, we're having issues hitting that guy. We're out of the range now, and that's the problem there. Okay, so now we're having issues. I don't even know what those guys are doing, but I don't like it. Here he is. Here's the big of the big here. Oh crap, not that one. Or are we shutting that down? No, we're not shutting that down. Here we go. We're trying to get this ship now. There you go. We have pretty good speed, so we can run off on them. That's okay too, to be fair. So there might be an unlocked target, to be honest. I don't know what the shortcut is. That it might be useful for something like this, but okay. So that guy is weakened to hell. He's fine at this point. I'm not going to probably be able to reach him without going to hell. So I'm going to go back because we're doing actually pretty good here. But you want to keep an eye on that armor, right? So me flying back and forth around here is not actually such a bad idea because it's keeping my distance, which is important. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and vaporize these guys around here. There we go. Not bad, not bad. See, we're being a little more careful here. We're kind of going in and out. I think we're actually stopped right now, so that's not smart, but not like these guys are actually putting much of a fight now, so I think we're okay. Nice. Making sure we're opening this one and not some other thing here, obviously. And there you go, we got our Marines. Okay, we could probably go to loot here for fun now. And it's up to you. Let's go to this one a little closer anyways. Is it a little closer? 36 kilometers, 11 kilometers. Loot you probably want closer, not further. There you go. Yeah. Let's get this one guy. Oh, they're showing the bad guys in the loot one too. That actually works out fine. It's actually a very clean layout now. Oh, here's the guy we originally, you know. Now these guys, I'm guessing their loot ain't gonna be good at all, just because the fact of who they are. But they're pretty low level isks. But since things are going pretty comfortable, I don't mind giving them a try. There you go. Oh, look at that. You got a tag there. That's actually worth a little bit, so that's cool. We'll go grab this thing over here. And let's reload here. Might as well. No point firing this. Oh, this guy's getting pretty close now, so that's pretty good. 25. Not bad, actually. Okay. Yeah, let's approach this guy here. He's right on top of us, so. This probably doesn't help, too. I don't know exactly what this is. Tracking disruption, so. Does that, like, lose a tracking, or does it do anything? You know, it might do something even worse than that. I don't know. The loot's not updating. I think that's lag when that happens. I'm not sure. Like, it's not, like, probably my internet lagging. More on just the fact that, it's probably just lagging, you know, server-wise or whatever, derping or something like that. It's like sort of like the way the game is like it's sort of like ticks or something in a sense. So it's like, you know, there's only a certain amount of actions per second or something that can be done, and that's what it feels like. And then it feels like the client has a lot of smoothing to it, so it makes it feel like it's a lot more smoother like butter, when potentially it's just all, you know, makes it like that. They do that, a lot of the activation, deactivation, you know what I mean, kind of stuff. And sometimes it feels like that was made to make it feel like, you know, it could be smoother, but, you know, they force that to give you that more of that illusion. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just probably how the engine's coded and everything else, right? So, but oh yeah, we're just creaming these guys now. So there we go. And we'll get you. This is fun. I like this. So yeah, we're doing much better now. That could have been, you know, those guys were just pretty badass to begin with, you know. But yeah, I want that other cargo there though. If I'm not gonna do salvaging, I definitely want my cargo. Now I could remove a gun or even two and then just use those for salvaging. That's up to you, obviously. You still have the problem with salvaging is you're gonna have to sit there and salvage. One of the key things with salvaging, I guess, is like if you have a proper salvaging setup, you can actually drag the materials, and then there's salvaging drones. So if you don't need drones, or you got like a nice cargo bay where you can hold both, you know, combat and salvaging drones. You know, if you're not fighting frigates or something small and you're a larger ship, you know, you're comfortable, you don't need to worry about that, then you can just send out your salvaging drones and they can do, you know, sort of their work, and you don't have to worry as much, right? So that's 12K. I mean, okay. So don't get me wrong, there wasn't really anything. 82K. I mean, that's still good. I mean, 82K is 82K, obviously, but nothing amazing. But again, here you're working on your rep. You know, like I said before, I'm not doing this for ISK. If I want to do ISK, I'll just go around surveying. We've already talked about this. I'm doing this for rep, and I'm doing this for fun. And I'm doing this for even the loyalty points. And that's kind of where it's at. And I shouldn't even say the loyalty points, because as we know, loyalty points is really just for ISK now. So, you know, that's a nice benefit. But I would say, yeah, it's just more for fun. That's why I'm doing it. And for the rep. So.
Docking request. Request accepted.
Oh, I had left all my stuff on. Well, it's stable, so it can stay on, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll take you out. There you go. Put that in the item hanger. Start the cheat up. We're going to complete this. Request our next mission. See if it's a bit more. 80 and 100. Okay, not too bad. So what do we have? Special ship restrictions in red. I don't like when it does that. You may use your to access it. Okay, so you can. Always get worried about those. So break up the drug deal. Capture prisoners for questioning. Okay. So the following bonus. Okay. So we'll go out there and stop a drug deal going down. Warp to location. There you go.
Drive active.
So what about our rewards? I haven't even seen any bounty rewards. They come in eventually, I think, but you know, I haven't seen anything saying, "Hey, you got these bounties." So where was our... Okay, so this was all the transactions we did, obviously. So I guess before we started today, I guess you could say this is what we had. What was this? Reward doing... Oh, contribution, all that. Okay. So you could say we had, you know, 13, almost 14. And we're down to 10. And when we started, it was 10.7. We're 10 at 0.9. That's not counting, you know, assets. So yeah, I guess that's a good way of kind of monitoring and see, you know, where you're at, where you should be going for, you know. The idea is you want to replace your ship eventually, and then you want to make more than just replace your ship, obviously, because now, you know, you're making money after that, and you always want to fly what you can replace too. So I wouldn't have flown this, and I wouldn't have done this if I couldn't, you know, obviously replace this right away. So let's go ahead and approach. Oh, there you go. I think that was my bounty stuff. There you go. So they all add up. So we made 244K in bounties. That is what I'm talking about, my friends. That is what I'm talking about. Holy crap. Okay, some of these guys are actually pretty badass with their... let's get this going here. Oh, 51K. No wonder I'm going to get my ass handed to me. Now, once we get shields off, we do have better resistance. So, like, obviously we're going to do better. But, man, you know, this is me getting my ass handed to me. Oh, I said keep in range. I should have said orbit, right? Orbit, and then that much. There you go. I didn't even check the bounties for the first guys we fought, but now I'm kind of wondering... you know, how bad they really were, you know, for that kind of thing, so... I think we're trying to orbit this guy now. But then again, there was no way I would have shot in somebody with, like, 40K or 50K bounties before, too, right? So... that definitely changes the game of things. These guys are too close for comfort, to be fair. They're probably smaller. Oh, they're me. I think those are me pretty much. Or they look like me, but they have different names, so maybe not. Are we fighting them? No, we're not. Okay, what are you? I don't know. They ain't gonna last, though. There you go. Okay, and then what do we have here? We don't have everything targeted right now. I want my loot, though. It's like, I want loot now. This doesn't have any kind of... I don't think I want to shoot that just because it has no bounty to it. I don't want to upset the locals, you know what I mean? Boom, look at that. Yeah, you get that close. These guns still work pretty close, so you get too close, you're going to be evaporated, basically. The Tristan is going to have... oh, it's actually not a huge bounty. It's a heavy frigate, from my understanding, so... okay, 31K in there. Not amazing or anything, obviously. And then there's more guys here. So the prisoners are obviously going to be in there, I'm guessing. I could take them out, I just don't want to yet. Yeah, these guys are not worth much now. Let's go get the cargo though. Boom. Boom. There you go, got a couple more. Okay, look at that. And then we'll open this one over here. And then we might as well take those out of the sky. I like that. Goodbye. You don't even see the shots. They're already dead before that happens. That's the beauty of it. Okay. And then basically now we're stuck on this one. So Federation, blah, blah, blah. Who are they with, though? Common, blah, 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 in the universe. So it says Federation. Is Federation actually a faction, or are they just a nobody? It's more like I don't like the idea of shooting somebody who might lose my faction, to be fair, but... Yeah, look at all the damage we're doing on that. Obviously, they're stacking up because we're firing them at once, too, but still, you know, it's cool to see those numbers. I mean, we did stacking before, and they never hit that, that's for sure, but 8 big-ass turrets. Yeah, I was worried that was going to happen. This guy has a lot more oomph to him than I thought he would, so... Okay, so we're going to go and... stay a little bit further behind here. Wow, he has a lot of oomph to him. His armor is pretty good, actually, yeah. I think they are actually like my faction looking indie ship, I think. So it's probably got actually a decent amount of, unless they all look the same. I thought they were all different looking, but I guess it's probably got a lot of armor and hull to it. Quite a bit, actually, if you think about it. This is taking way longer. Now, if I got to more optimal range, maybe it would be better, but, I mean, obviously it would be better, but I don't think we're... The fall off is 15 kilometers, right? So... Okay, their hull's gone. Okay, I think we can go back in now. I think their hulls are their hull is a little weaker for inflammation. Did it show the hull? Structure has no resistances. Yes, that's why we're doing a lot more now. Okay, there we go. And then we have to collect this container. Oh, it doesn't have loot itself. Well, the container will have the prisoners at least, so that's good news. Okay, we'll get the prisoners, and let's go dock. So, obviously this time around, not so good for making the stuff there. But now we know the bounties are definitely going to be a bit decent there. So 40k. Yeah, not quite good. And we spent quite a bit on ammo too, so... I don't think we've seen the bounty. Yeah, that was the first bounty. They come in waves, so...
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Start conversation. Oops. Let's complete. There you go. And request. So, yeah. Smuggler's DNA. We'll go ahead and accept that. We'll dock. Oh, we're actually going to a whole destination here. Wow, that's quite a bit away. So I will cut here, and then I'll head there.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so we're just warping into the area now. This is definitely it. Custom authorities is blah, blah, blah. Vessel tracked. Leaving the factory yard 3 days ago. Take her down. Pilot. Okay, so we're going to take them down. Now, this is a two-parter, too, from my understanding. So this is customs interdiction 1 of 2, and then there's, another one, obviously. So let me guess. They're going to teleport out of here somewhere. Every time I see missions like this feels like, yeah, they're going to run off somehow. Then again, they do look badass, so maybe they're just going to kick my ass instead. No bounty on these guys, unfortunately. What is going on? Oh, he's talking, maybe. Oh, he's calling for backup. Damn it. So now we know that backup is coming. So what is his, resistance and all that? So his structure, his shields have like very little resistance. Well, they have okay here, right? And which one are we using? We're using like whatever that wave one is. Anyways, I don't know what that is. And then yes, his shields are meh. His armor's pretty good. Weaker on this one, obviously, on an explosive. And then his structure, well, it's nothing. So. It doesn't actually show how much... Oh, his armor is definitely weaker. His shields were higher, I think. Potentially? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he has less HP there. Doesn't show you their HP, right? So, obviously, it looks like his HP on armor is much, much lower. So, was more of a shield tank, I guess. So, we're actually going to cream him. Once his structure is bared down, he's got even less resistances, too, right? So... There you go. Yeah, oh yeah, he's gone there. These are mercenaries, but it's like, meh. They're not going to get here in time. Okay, let's approach him now. Let's do that. I want the loot, obviously, from... Well, that's what we need, is DNA, I guess, so... Sounds dirty, but DNA is what we're here for. Oh, okay, we're good. We're done. I'm like, where's the DNA? It's one of those missions again where it's like, oh, they gave it to you. Let's go and get the mercenaries. The mercenaries are meh because, well, they're mercenaries. Hopefully these aren't those ones that are like one-shot kill too, but, oh no, these guys are jokes. Okay, never mind, we're good. I was saying one-shot kill as in one-shot kill me, not them, There we go. There we have it. Nice. They are toasted. So nothing good here, obviously. Oh, did I forget? I forgot to empty my stuff last time. It's not a big deal. We have a lot of cargo hold on this ship, so it's not a huge deal. Obviously, you don't want to be roaming around with a lot of ISK worth of items, though, potentially, so... not that I did as well on there, but, my point is, like, Okay. And then we'll go to this one. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they kind of open the windows, so they actually stack, which is kind of nice. So yeah, these guys they're very bad at their loot here. Oh, okay, there's a little bit more extra there. That's not so bad. Okay, let's go back and dock and hand this in. Okay, we are back. Let's go ahead and complete that mission. Let's see what the next one's gonna be. It's extremely low amount here. Look at that. That's so horrible. So eliminate the Blood Raider smugglers and recover the... Okay, so we'll go do that. 30 and 27. What the frick? Some of these missions are just insanely low amounts, to be honest. It's like, did I get a level 2 or did I get like a level 1 to level 3? Level 3 on some of them hurting my ass so much. I keep forgetting to unload this. Look at this, my antimatter charges are like empty. So yeah, I go through antimatter like crazy with this setup. Obviously, 8 of them going at once can be pretty heavy. So after this one, I'll probably go to, we'll be done for this episode, but I'll probably stop at Jita and reload on the ammo at least. So. Okay. So this guy's probably talking, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna need help here. Brothers, help." There you go. His little brothers have helped him. Maybe these guys have bounties on them. Oh, yeah, they do, finally. Not good bounties. Okay, so we're too close at this point. At least I think we're too close. Doesn't seem to make a huge difference in the damage, oddly enough. I'm not quite sure how the fall off works. Like, if your optimal range is 8k and you fight them at, say 13k or 5k, is it really that, big of a deal, or is it not fall off to that? That's why it's like optimal range, fallout, right? I'm guessing his structural stuff will run out here in a second. Once we get through his armor here. Maybe not. Oh, no, there he goes. Now, we don't have a ton of ammo. As long as we can take him down, we're good. But obviously, lack of ammo could be a problem. So we're going to get really close to him, see how bad it gets. Not really. There you go. We got them done. Yeah, okay. So let's start with these guys. Let's blast them out of the sky, shall we? There you go. That one actually has loot, so I like that. He's 12k. Oh, it goes pretty good there. Okay. There you go. It's our shield warning, so nothing too much to worry about. Okay, there you go. And that's it for that series.
Warp drive.
Did we get our bounty prizes in? Oh yeah, we finally got those in. So that, not from this run here, but not the last mission, but the one before that, I guess there were some bounties there. So that was up to 156k worth. So that's not too bad. But the problem is, like, a lot of them aren't giving bounties. Like, a lot of them have been these like silly particular targets, which they have no bounties at all. So that's kind of boring-ish, right? Because if there's no bounty, then it's just like, but I like bounties, obviously,
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, now we're really low on ammo. I'm gonna have to go back to Jita. Might be able to buy some here, to be fair, but usually they're not that good. So I want to see what's coming up after, anyways. So there you go. What's this one? Find the secret agent, eliminate him before you can reveal top secret information, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. So a bit more ISK rewards here. Definitely going to be probably biting down on me a little harder too. But there you have it, my friends. So not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, obviously it's pretty, for me I was a little rough going there. But yeah, so we started at 10.7. We made it at 10.7 to 11.7. So we've made $1 million during that time. And then how much is our cargo worth basically at this point? So not you, obviously. Boom, boom, boom. So there you go. Our cargo is worth 312K. Not too bad. I mean, that could just pay off your ammo at this point. I know the ammo ain't gonna be that much, but still, it's pretty expensive. Let's see if I can actually buy this here without leaving. It's nice when I don't have to jump, but nah, you're gonna have to jump. So yeah, we're gonna go and pick up ammo and come back. So if I were to buy this, like this is our place anyways. We buy it. Look at the ammo quantities. I hate when it's so low. Might as well buy it from this guy. Well, these are like not even the best prices anyways. But yeah, here you go. So buy, and then wait, why are those? Oh no, it was lower. So let's say I want to buy 5,000 ammo. Oh, it's 14K. That's actually not. Oh no, that was 500. Sorry, 5,000. 141K. So it's still not too bad. Not the best, but yeah, there you go. So I'll go pick that up, obviously. And then because I'm going there, might as well take our crappy ass loot with us and dump it off there. So anyways, I'm having fun. Obviously, it's just not the best ship I ever thought. And obviously, we're not making bling, bling, bling from it. But yeah, I'm a little more uneasy on the ship itself more than anything. So yeah, we'll keep working on it though, and hopefully we'll get better at it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.